Welcome back to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 3, Lesson 13, and our whole unit is about verbs. Today we meet a pair of ideas that sound fancy but are really quite friendly: transitive and intransitive verbs. The difference between them comes down to a single question you can ask about any action verb. Once you know that question, you'll sort these verbs with ease. Let's get started. Today we're going deeper into action verbs. Every action verb you use does one of two things. Some verbs pass their action along to a receiver, a word that catches the action. Others don't. The action simply happens and stops right at the verb. Those two groups have names. When the verb has a receiver, we call it transitive. When it doesn't, we call it intransitive. Learning to tell them apart is today's whole mission, so let's dig in. Let's start with transitive verbs. A transitive verb is an action verb that does its action to something, and that something is called the direct object. Watch this sentence. Maya baked a cake. Now ask the key question. Baked what? A cake. Because there is an answer, cake is the direct object, and the arrow points from the verb straight to it. An action verb with a direct object like this is transitive. So what exactly is a direct object? It's the word that receives the action, and it answers one of two questions: the verb plus what, or the verb plus whom. Look here. The coach praised the rookies. Praised whom? The rookies. That's your direct object. Here's a what version. Noah packed his backpack. Packed what? His backpack. Whether the answer names a person or a thing, if the verb has one, that word is the direct object, and the verb is transitive. Now the other kind, intransitive verbs. An intransitive verb is an action verb with no direct object at all. Here's the very same verb, baked, in a new sentence. Maya baked all afternoon. Ask the question again. Baked what? This time, there's no answer. The words all afternoon tell you when she baked, not what she baked. Since nothing receives the action, baked is intransitive here. Let's turn this into one clean tool you can use every time. Take any action verb and ask, verb plus what, or verb plus whom? If you get an answer, the verb is transitive, and that answer is the direct object. If you get no answer, the verb is intransitive. That's the whole test. The direct object is the deciding clue. Either it's there and the verb is transitive, or it's missing and the verb is intransitive. Here's the part that surprises people. The very same verb can be transitive in one sentence and intransitive in another. Watch. Leah sang a lullaby. Sang what? A lullaby. There's a direct object, so sang is transitive here. Now, Leah sang softly. Sang what? Nothing. Softly just tells how she sang. No direct object, so this time sang is intransitive. Same verb, two different jobs. The object is what decides, so you always have to check the sentence in front of you. Here's a trap worth knowing. Just because a word follows the verb does not make it a direct object. Look, the train stopped at the station. Stopped what? Nothing. The phrase at the station tells where the train stopped, not what it stopped. And here, the crowd cheered loudly. Cheered what? Nothing again. Loudly just tells how. A real direct object has to answer what or whom, so both of these verbs are intransitive. Let's boil it all down to a quick three-step check. First, find the action verb. Second, ask it the question, verb plus what or verb plus whom? Third, if there's an answer, the verb is transitive. If there's no answer, it's intransitive. And never forget the big warning from a moment ago. The same verb can switch jobs, so check every single sentence on its own. Ready to practice a few together? In this first set, decide whether each verb is transitive or intransitive. Find the action verb, ask it a question, verb plus what or whom, and see if the sentence gives you an answer. Pause the video and try each one on your own before I reveal the answer. The gardener planted tulips along the path. The action verb is planted. Planted what? Tulips. There's your answer, so tulips is the direct object. Since the verb has an object, it is transitive. So the answer is transitive. The old floorboards creaked in the night. The verb is creaked. Creaked what? Nothing. The phrase in the night tells you when, not what. With no direct object, the verb is intransitive. So the answer is intransitive. Our neighbor grows tomatoes every summer. The verb is grows. Grows what? Tomatoes. That's a direct object, so the verb is transitive here. Watch out, because grows can be intransitive in other sentences, but in this one it takes an object. So the answer is transitive. Now each sentence has an action verb. Ask verb plus what or whom, and pick the direct object. But be careful, if there's no answer, the verb is intransitive and there is no object at all. Pause and try each before I answer. The chef sliced the right mango. The verb is sliced. Sliced what? The right mango. The word that receives the action is mango, so mango is the direct object. So the answer is mango. The runners sprinted around the track. The verb is sprinted. Sprinted what? Nothing. The phrase around the track tells you where they ran, not what they sprinted. There's no direct object, which means the verb is intransitive. So the answer is no object. The librarian shelved the returned books. The verb is shelved. Shelved what? The returned books. The thing receiving the action is books, so books is the direct object and the verb is transitive. So the answer is books. Let's gather up what we learned. A transitive verb is an action verb with a direct object, a word that answers the verb plus what or the verb plus whom. An intransitive verb has no direct object at all. The action simply stops at the verb. And the key idea to carry with you? The very same verb can be transitive in one sentence and intransitive in another. So you always ask that one question. Find the verb, ask verb plus what or whom, and let the answer decide. Wonderful work today. I'll see you in the next lesson.